wait for some people to come on. I'm running a bit late tonight. I said I'd be on at 8:30, so I'm, I think, about 10 minutes late. Hi, Joanne. Hi, Emma. I apologise for being late. I was making myself some coffee. Joanne's changed her profile picture. It's not the same one now, so I have to. I used to know you, Joanne, from your profile picture, so you've changed it now. Hi, Paul. Hi, Sky. Hi, Linda. Hi, Sarah. Yeah, no, I'm a bit late. I had a bit of a meeting before I started this here, and then I ran quickly to make a cup of coffee and didn't realise what the time was. So, hi, Mag. I just let the numbers build up a wee bit. If there's anybody that comes on who is new, can you let us know that you're new? Because we always try to do the new. Yes, sorry, no, it's okay, Joanne. It's just I was that used to the other one. I'll get used to it, so I will. You don't have to say sorry. If it was my grandson, I would have them up as well. So I'd. You just get, because I can only see people's name and pictures, you get used to having or seeing the pictures, so you do. Hi, Diane. A bit slow with everybody coming in, so we'll give it a minute. For me, Mag, I will have a try for you, Mag. Seeing as you asked so nicely. We are streaming out, at least I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, Paul or Emma. We should be streaming out now to YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch. I might have missed one around that there. But we should be going out to all those platforms now. I had the conversation with Emma during the week that I would have to start putting on clothes now that it was going on to YouTube, but I decided I'm just going to be me. I come on in my pyjamas and do my readings, so I'm not going to change that. If people don't like it, then don't watch it. I'm comfortable and I like to do the readings in my pyjamas, so that is exactly how we're rolling. I don't see anybody. Hi, Anne. Else new or anything. So, Mike, we'll start with you, honey, if you're still there. I'm gonna let you choose tonight, Mike. Do you want deck 1 or deck 2? Yeah, I'm doing me totally. I don't care if they don't like it, don't watch it. Mike, do you want deck 1 is the fairies, deck 2 is the Celtic fairies. 1, okay. These are what I call the soft cards. They go a bit gentler on you. The other deck are what I call the truth cards. So you went for the softer ones, which is fine. What have we got to tell Mag tonight? Diane, I will put your name down now after Mag. So I will. I don't remember reading for you in a wee while, so we're kind of low in the numbers tonight. Maybe people are doing other things, I don't know. But or maybe it's earlier than usual, I don't know. So we'll maybe get around to a few more tonight if there's only going to be small numbers. Hi, Tracy. Sarah J. Kenny. Sarah J. Kenny. Is that who I was supposed to read for? Sarah J. Kenny. My memories. If I didn't have Emma to tell me what goes on. Mike, the cards that are coming out for you here is telling me, I don't know if I've told you this before, but you seem to have spent too much alone. You're having too much alone time. Yeah, I want to say you spend too much time on your own and your own thoughts. But what they're telling me is sometimes, sitting alone with your own thoughts you're changing that already. That's good. But what they're saying is that if you sit alone with your own thoughts, Mike, for too long, you start to overthink things, and something that's maybe not that big of a problem suddenly becomes a huge problem. And I feel like you're kind of doing that a little bit. Whenever you are having your own time, your mind is caught up on things that's going on around you, and you take on everybody's problems. Is that making sense to you, Mag? It's making sense. That's okay, as long as it's making sense to you. You've got to try and get out of that mindset of overthinking, because it's not doing you any good. The other card that came out is I feel like there's something in the pipeline for you that you have an understanding of, something like a dream, or I want to say, that how do I want to put this? I don't know if it's in like further education, or moving house, or something big like that there, that is in the pipeline for you. But what they're telling me is to keep your cards close to your chest on it. Don't go around telling everybody what's going on until it's 100% sealed deal, all happening. You understand that? That's fine. Yeah, they're telling me don't be going around telling people until it's 100% sealed, because I feel like there are people out there who will try to damage your dream. They will try to burst your bubble, if you want. because your third card that has come out is protection, and what that is telling me is, you know, you need a layer of protection around you. And that tells me, Mag, that there's somebody in your group of people that you have around you. I want to say there's a group of 4, if that makes sense, Mag. Does a group of 4 make sense? Okay, well, within that group of 4, Mag, what I'm being told is there's somebody in that group of 4 who you need to pay extra attention to, because going back to your last one of a dream being in the pipeline, somebody within that group of 4 cannot be 100% trusted. So what they're telling me is to watch closely who it is you're telling your secrets and thoughts to, because within that group of 4 there is somebody who definitely, I'm not saying like they're the worst in the world or anything like that there, but I think they're a bit of a gossiper. Your information and your details would be leaked out to people, maybe not intentionally, but that's just their kind of nature that they are. And what's telling me is you need to put that layer of protection around you when it comes to things that you know you really, really want. Don't be going out and just telling it to everybody, because unfortunately you have that one person in your close-knit group who just 100% can't be trusted, and I can't put it any other way than how I'm being shown it. I hope that makes sense to you, Mag. Yeah, you understand that. Okay. I want to also bring a man in, Mag. I hope you can understand this, because I'm doing like this here. I feel this man towards the end of his life would have had a problem where, I want to say like drill, if you understand what I mean, like would have come out of the side of his mouth, and it would have had to been cleaned quite often. Whenever he was ill, just before he crossed over, I feel like this would have been, hi Sandra, I feel like this would have been a problem for him, yeah, because I can feel like it, so I'm sitting going like this here, because I feel like it's coming out my mouth and I can't control it, and it's having to be cleaned for me. I feel like this would have been an elderly man as well. He's making me feel like he's been round for quite a while. I want to say that he's made it into like a good age, or a good old age. He's given me the number 8 and the number 9, if that makes sense to you, Mag. Does the number 8 and the number 9 make sense to you? Because he's just given me the number 8 and number 9. Now, that could either be he was 89, it could be a month, a day. He's given it me together, so I don't know. I don't use no 8 or 9. He was 95. No. I'm not saying he was 89. He's given me the number 8 and the number 9 separate, so that would either be like the 8th of something and the 9th of something, or the 8th month and the 9th month, which would either be some kind of there would either be like a birthday or a death, or something would have happened on the 8th or the 9th or August or September. He's wanting to bring me round the 8th or 9th of something, not his age. He's not giving me that as his age. Pardon me. Okay, the 8th month is your birthday, that's fine. The 9th, the 9 then must mean something as well. He's showing me a trip away as well. So I don't know, can't place the 9. Hold on to the 9, Mag, because a lot of times it'll come to you maybe after I have gone off. It could be that maybe somebody was 9 when he died, or I don't know, it could have been 9 o'clock at night or 9 o'clock in the morning, or 9 means something because he's made me go over it quite a few times. So the 9 will mean something. I had a lady on the other day who couldn't take the time that I was giving her, and whenever she went back and thought about it, it actually was the time the man had died. So just hold on to the 9 because it might come to you. He's talking about a trip away as well. Do you have a trip away planned for around your birthday time? A weekend at the end of August. Yeah, he's shown me a trip away. He's saying that you need that to relax and let your hair down. I don't know what you drink, but he's I don't know if he in his time he would have drunk a pint of stout. I don't even know what stout is, but he's saying a pint of stout. But what he means is like let your hair down and have a drink while you're away, and he says you really need that. Hi Tracy. He's also bringing. I feel like this is his wife passed over. I feel like this is wife he's bringing through. Don't either. A pint of stout is Guinness. He never drank. I don't either. A pint of stout is Guinness. Okay, why would he be giving you a pint? A pint of Guinness over here then is, they would tell you to drink it if your iron levels is low. So I don't know if you've had them checked recently, or your iron count is low, because he's made a point. Sorry, I can't speak. He's made a point of this pint of stout. So if you haven't had your iron levels checked recently, have them checked, he says, because that could be what's making you feel a bit low and tired and sluggish. Because he's telling you to have a pint of stout. I thought that was what he drank, but no, he's telling you to have the pint of stout. It sounds disgusting, whatever it is, but if it's Guinness, it's all right. Guinness is nice, but the pint, well, yeah, get them checked. He's saying you've been feeling drained, and a pint of stout will help, is what he's saying. In among that, sorry, he was bringing his wife through, so he was. He's still making me want to clean the sides of my mouth, by the way. I feel like she would have been a gentler. I'm not saying that he was, I feel like he would have been a bit gruffer than her. She's coming across as like a gentle kind of a soul, so she is. And with her, I want to nearly, you know, in the scary films, and I'm not saying she's scary by any means, you know, in the scary films you would get, they would show you pictures of like the lady standing with the longish grey hair and like the white night dress down to her feet on. That's the image I'm being shown when when he's showing me his wife. So I don't know if that's what she actually looked like, or I'm not quite sure why he's given me that image, but I'm seeing the image of the, you know, the lady in white kind of thing. But I do feel like she's a very gentle soul. Is Meg still with me? They both gentle. She would have looked like that at night. Yeah, it's making me, like, not in a scary way, like they do in the films, but I can see her like standing with her hair down and all like brushed out. I feel like she would have been one of those people who, you know, the way the old people used to tell you had to brush your hair 100 times to make it shine. And I feel like she would have been one of those people who would have sat at night brushing her hair, and like her white nightgown with the long sleeves and down to her feet kind of thing. And she's making me feel like, as I say, I don't feel like he was a gruff kind of person, but she's making me feel like she would have been a gentler soul than him. To the point where I think sometimes she would have been quite shy. I think she would have sort of hid herself away in some cases. She wouldn't have wanted to put herself in the front of things or be the centre of attention of things. I don't know if this is it looks like in some cases that's true. She's showing me like, it looks like pearls, but it could also be like, because she's going like this here, so I don't know anything about rosary beads, so it's either pearls or it's rosary beads or it's something that she would have sat with, I feel, at night. And I feel as well, Mag, that the 9 that we couldn't place before is significant to her. If that makes any more sense to you, of placing the 9 with her. Sorry, I don't know if we've got a lag again on the comments. Yeah, I know what it is, a necklace. Okay, as long as you can take what it is. She's wanting to show it to you. She really is a gentle soul. She's a lovely lady. There's great peace around her. And I don't feel like that's just because she's crossed over. I feel like that is what she would have been like when she was Earthside as well. Like a very calm and peaceful lady. I feel like if you had a cut or something, the 9 I'm still stuck on. I have the necklace. Okay, as long as you can take that. The 9 definitely, I don't know, because they've made me go, I don't know if you're familiar with how I work, but I write things down, and the 9, they keep making me go over and over and over. So they only do that, mags, if it's something that's really important. And that's twice now that they've made me go over the 9. So then please keep the 9 in mind, because something might happen. Something might even happen in September coming, or something be planned for September coming. So keep that in mind. Just their message for you, I'm asking them, what is their message of coming through to you tonight? And it goes back to the card reading there, Mag. They're wanting you to be aware of this person. I don't know if you're aware who this person is in the group, or if you have a feeling you know who the person is in the group. It would be something that could going to happen on the 9th, possibly. If it could possibly be something that's coming, as long as it's to do with a 9. Just know that they'll be there for whatever this is that's coming up. The 2 of them will be there, because they're making it known that the 9 is important. But what they're bringing me back to is this person, and no, I don't know which person yet. Well, what they're telling me is you need to keep an eye, honey. Be a bit of eyes and ears for a while, and sit back and listen about what's going on, instead of feeding your information all the time. Sit back and look and see who is the person who wants the information the most, who's not willing to part with information about themselves, but is trying to glean information from everybody else. Just sit back and take note of that for a wee while, because I think this person will show themselves. And definitely when it comes to whatever this thing you have in your pipeline coming up, don't be telling them, don't tell anybody anything about that yet until it happens, because I feel like they could do it damage. So that's really the message that I want to bring through to you tonight. I hope that brings some comfort to you, Mag, and that you can take that away with you. If for any reason that you thought it was okay, or it was what you wanted, if you could go onto the main page for me and leave a review under the review section, that would be fantastic, because it just boosts our page a wee bit. I know it changes whenever I'm talking about different people for some reason. I'll take a drink. I'm finished with that, lady. So it started doing that. It started taking on nearly the voice of the person that it does make. Thanks, Emil. I will leave a review. Yeah, that's great, Mike. Thank you. That was a pleasure reading for you. But really now, your things to take away from it tonight is please go and get your iron levels checked. I feel like that's important. And keep an eye on that group of friends, and just know that whatever is going to happen on the 9th, or whatever the 9th is, that these 2 lovely souls are going to be with you for whatever's to come. Who did I say that I was going to read next for? Diane Hall. Are you still on, Diane? Excuse me here, I'm going between my coffee and my... It's new coffee. It's that Samuel got me out of Starbucks, and it's a different taste than what I normally... It's just a wee bit... Yeah, Diane's here. Okay, do you want deck 1 or 2? 1, 2. Deck 1, deck 2. One. Nobody wants the truth cards tonight. I've got something a bit exciting to try, and I don't know whether to try it tonight. You're welcome. I don't know whether to try it tonight or wait until I've practiced it a bit more. But I have somebody on the live, don't know if it was last week or the week before, asked about ribbon readings. So I have got my ribbons, and I have been having a go, but I'm not like go on. I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm a professional. It would be a very on the understanding that I couldn't guarantee what I was bringing through was 100% correct. But I'll see. Before the end of the night, I might bring the ribbons out and have a go. They're all tangled up in the bed here at the minute because I haven't got around to. You actually make them into a ribbon doll, a fairy doll with a skirt of ribbons. So you do. So I'll let you do them with me, or yeah, I might do that, Emma, because I don't know if I'd be comfortable doing it for somebody who have a little go. Yeah, it's really interesting, and seeing it being done, I've seen it. I asked my mentor about it, and she brought somebody on to show us how to do it, and yeah, it's really fascinating. But it's just like reading cards. It comes from your spirit guide and from your intuition. So I just don't know how it would go, to be honest. I would have to. Okay. Excuse me. Diane, 2 cards came out for you. I have to pop to a neighbour, see if they will run me to town as my car. God almighty. If I had that kind of money, I would sit up with it all night. I would need more than a fag. You'd need to be buying me a bottle of vodka or something along that. That's alright, Anne. I'll be here for a while. Right, Diane. What I'm getting here from you is you're the kind of person who is nearly what they call an old soul. You feel like in some cases you've nearly been here before. And what I mean by that is there's been something has happened where you've said to yourself, I've either done that before or I've seen that before. Does that make sense to you, Diane? For that, I'd be telling them to scrap the car and flip and buy a wee run around about 500 quid. Yeah, as long as it makes sense. Yeah, they very much are telling me that you're an old soul. They keep making me write it down, so there's something must be coming in among that as well as just you being... because it's shown me the Isle of Wisdom. So I don't know if recently somebody has come to you for help or confided in you or come for you for advice. But I feel like that's going on quite a lot lately. That people are tending to gravitate to you for your help, because I feel like you've got that empathy in you where you can, that's correct, you've got that empathy in you where you can listen to people and you've got time for people, and you sometimes surprise yourself with the stuff that comes out of your mouth. I feel like you kind of wonder where you got that information from, or how did you know to say that, or that kind of feeling, as if it comes out naturally. And that's what I mean by an old soul, that you've been here before. what they're also telling me is that you had felt a bit lost in yourself. And I know through lockdown a lot of people that affected a lot of people, but you had felt a bit lost within yourself. But I feel now that you're starting to find your feet again. Does that make sense, Diane? Yes, as long as you can understand that. I might have to break. There's somebody desperately trying to make their presence known because they're making my mouth really, really dry. Where I feel like I need a constant drink. And I've got a really bad headache with this person as well. So Dan, I don't know if this is attached to you or attached to somebody else. So if everybody could listen, because they're not saying whether it's for Diane or not. I've got like a really bad headache and my mouth is really, really dry. I'm like having to, that's my husband, okay. As long as you can take that, Diane, because they weren't making it clear whether it's was for you or not. Your husband is still on the earth plane, is he, Diane? No, he's passed, okay. Okay, well, right, okay. What he's shown me then, if he's passed, what he's shown me, Diane, is that somebody is on medication. It could have been him, but I'm not sure. The way he's given it to me is, I felt like it was somebody that was here. But he says somebody was on medication that wasn't right, or that isn't right. Whatever medication somebody's on, it needs checked. Or needed checked. The medication was causing more, was causing more problems. He's not saying whether it's him had the medication, so that's why I was asking you if he was still here. Your son, okay. He's saying the medication's not right. The medication's doing him more harm than good. And the medication needs to be either stopped or changed, is what he's saying. He's making me have a really, really dry mouth. Bless him. Yeah. I feel like whenever your husband passed away as well, Diane, he would have been kind of in and out of consciousness, if that makes sense. 1 minute I'm like fully with it, and then I'm like feel like this could have been the day he was passing over, because he's showing me like he's like passing over, but and then he comes like where he's completely with it for a minute or two. Yeah. I want to say, like, I'm going to pass over, and then I don't want to pass over, so I try to bring myself round again, and I'm fully with it and can understand, and then like I'm being pulled to spirit again, and I know that I have to leave, but I don't want to leave, is what he's saying. He is also saying, Diane, that, you know, you, yes, he didn't want it to go. He is saying, you know, you did have your days, up and down days. He's being honest and saying, like, no marriage is ever perfect, and he's not pretending that he's had the perfect marriage. But what he is saying is that you were the love of his life. Sorry, my mouth is so dry. I feel like they had to, you know, those like lollipops that they soak with like water or something. I feel like they would have been putting those around his mouth as well. And I feel like his mouth would have been like ulcers or something. I feel like his mouth would have been quite sore, if that makes sense. Inside his mouth would have been quite sore. He had cancer in his mouth, yeah. My God, I'm telling you, the inside of my mouth is like, I feel like it's all broke out and like white sores. And it has to be like with one of them. It looks like a lollipop stick with like a wee pink sponge on the top of it, and it's soaked, and like you're putting it around his mouth. But his mouth is so sore. He's just wanting to say he can't thank you enough for what you did for him, but for what you continue to do for the family. You know, it was very bad. His mouth was raw and very dry. Yeah, because my mouth is like, I can't even explain. I'm sitting here with 2 drinks and it's still like really, really dry. And it feels as if it's like all cut inside. But going away from that, you know, he can't thank you enough for what you done for him, but also what you continue to do for the family. He says you always put everybody else first in front of yourself. He says sometimes, you know, you need to start and put yourself first a wee bit. Things will run okay. If you're not exactly in control of it all the time, because I feel like you like to be in control of what's happening. And he's saying sometimes, you know, it's okay to let somebody else take control and for you to have a bit of a break and a bit of a rest. But he is bringing up your son's medication again, so I think that's like something that you really need to go back and get checked with the doctor, with the hospital or something, because he sent the medication is definitely not doing what it should be doing. This man had so much love for you, Diane. The love that's coming off this man is unbelievable. I don't always, the doctor's working on it at the moment, as long as it's being sorted down, because he's being very insistent here that the medication isn't right, that it needs sorted, and he's maybe like draw lines in below it, so that's how I know it definitely needs looked at. He's bringing through him, asking him, you know, has he got a message for you? And he just has so much love for you and so much admiration for everything that you done, and the way that you looked after him and the way you continue to look after the family. I miss him every day. Yeah, he totally said you were soulmates. He owns the fact that, you know, he says we didn't have the perfect marriage. Nobody ever does. You know, you have ups and downs and you have rows and all the rest of it. But what he's saying is he wouldn't have traded any of those rows or bad days for anything, because he loved you so much. He would do anything to be back doing that again. So he would, but he wants to know that he does walk beside you. He's not left you. And I feel like sometimes you feel as if he is there, or you have noticed that he is around. Yeah. I think he's tried to make himself known to you, Diane. I don't know if you felt that presence or felt him around, but I definitely feel like he's tried to make himself known. He's definitely been in around the house with you, so he has. Bless him, his mouth must have been in pure agony, because that's all I can feel. Just know that he's in no pain now where he is. Yeah, he says he has been around you, Diane, so it's very likely that you have actually seen him, because he's telling me he has been around and he continues to be around. He has never left you. He might have crossed over to spirit, but his spirit is still with you, because he feels such a connection, because he knows that you are soulmates. He will be with you until the time that you pass over to him, which God willing will be not for a long time yet. But what he's wanting you to know is that he still walks beside you every day. He's not gone away. You will feel him, you might see him, but he's definitely in the home with you. I've asked him, is there anything that he wants to give you parting wise, and he's just saying that he's unbelievable love. This man had an unbelievable love for you. Yeah, love to Diane, that this man had an unbelievable, and like some men don't show that, or you know, are scared to show that side of themselves, but I don't think he was. He had an unbreakable bond with you that he will carry through right now until, as I say, you join him in spirit, but which will not be for a long time yet. But just know that he is around you and he won't be left you. And with that, Diane, I'll leave his love with you, and hope that brought you some kind of peace and well-being. So it did. I know for me, it's kind of made me understand better a bit about you know, the trauma of when he's passed over, and now he is totally well and totally, he wants you to know that he's fine and everything's gone and he's physically fit and all that sickness is gone from him now. So it is, so he's walking around you totally healthy and totally well, and he'll be with you. Such a lovely man. I say with that, I'll leave his love with you, Diane. And I need another drink again because he's left my mouth completely dry. Oh dearie, Okay, I don't know that I have anybody else on the list there, but I have someone telling me that someone is stuck at a crossroad. What's in your drawing, Emma? Yeah, that was a lovely reading for Diane. You're so welcome, Diane, anytime. Such a lovely man, he really was. Still is, because he's still with you. I've no doubt that you see him or feel him or whatever. Is Emma replying to me, or tell me that someone is stuck at a crossroad? Does that make sense to anybody in word stuck color green? Okay, does that make sense to anybody that they feel like at the moment they're stuck in a crossroads in their life, and for some reason the color green has something to do with it, and pink carnations? Emma's just learning as well, so if you give her a chance here to get out what she's trying to say, bless her. She sees things differently than me. Emma has to draw everything. So she does. So it takes her a while to figure out where I can hear what's going on. So if that makes sense to anybody, that they feel like they're stuck at a bit of a crossroads and they can take the colour green and pink carnations, let us know, and we'll help Emma out. An arrow to one corner. An arrow to a corner. That actually makes a bit of sense to me, Emma. So it does. I might talk to you about that after I'm finished here. That's actually making, whenever I see it like that, making a bit of sense to me. I'll talk to you about that. Was there anybody else on who I was supposed to, I missed there? Yeah, the carnations and the green and the crossroads totally making sense. So Sarah, is Sarah still on? Sarah. Yeah, Sarah's here. Do you want deck 1 or deck 2, Sarah? Deck 1, deck 2. 1, 2. Linda, I'll write your name down next, honey. 1, please. Nobody wants the truth cards tonight. You're all scared of my truth cards. See, that's you, Sarah, because tomorrow night when I do your reading, I am going to use the truth cards. So let's see what these ones have to say to Sarah. Yeah, I can pull some for Paul. I'll do Linda's and then I'll do Paul's. Yeah, Sarah, I'll do the different cards because there's no point in pulling same cards for you. So, Dawn. I'm writing the names down. I can't promise that I'll get to you all, but I will try. I don't know what the time is. We're all right for time. It's only 9:30. Don't want to be sitting with you, keeping you listening to me for hours on end. So don't. Can you could you please put my name down? Yep, Joanne, if I don't get to you tonight, I will keep the list. And I am on tomorrow night. Now, tomorrow night we ran a poll. I don't know the results of the poll, so I can't tell you what it's going to be. Tomorrow night will be whatever the results of the poll were. It'll either be a let's talk about it or a talk about crystals. If it's the talk about crystals, I will do the readings for whoever I don't do tonight at the end of that. If it's the let's talk about it, it is actually a talk about mental health plus readings from spirit. I think let's talk about it's probably winning at the minute, so it will be based around mental health, and then if spirit comes in, all well and good. Okay, Sarah. What have we got for Sarah? Sarah, what I'm getting for you here, honey, is that there's something that you need to shed. It's like shedding a layer of skin, but I don't mean literally shed a layer of skin. There's something either on your mind or in your life or whatever. My name down, please. I will definitely be on. Tracy, it will most probably be tomorrow night because the list is getting long and there's no way I would get all that done tonight. But yeah, I'll put your name on the list. Sarah, what they're telling me is that you need to shed this. I don't know what it is yet. They're not showing me. It's something in your life that's going on that you need to get rid of. And the way they're showing me is like a layer of skin. So I don't know if it's something that you've got caught up in or you've been holding on to emotionally. There's something that has been weighing you down, or there's something where they're telling me you need to shed it and you need to get rid of it. Does that make sense to you, Sarah? Okay, as long as you get it. Because they're saying you're holding on to it and you need to let it go. Whatever this is, you need to let it go. And they're wanting to give you pink flowers. Does pink flowers mean anything to you, Sarah? Because I'm seeing pink flowers, not only in the card, but they're wanting me to give you pink flowers. I feel at least pink flowers are quite significant. Either you've gotten pink flowers recently or you've gave pink flowers to someone or put pink flowers on a grave or pink roses on my daughter's coffin. That's okay. Yeah. The pink flowers are very significant. Just as you've said, your daughter's coffin, the pink flowers are around the girl. So that totally makes sense. I'm not going to go too deep into this, Sarah, because I've got you as a private reading tomorrow night and I would want to go further with that. Yeah, pink flowers are really important, I'm being told. And they're also showing me that, you're kind of, it's showing me as stargazing, but you're not literally stargazing. You're wish, the way you would like wish on the moon. You're kind of wishing that your daughter was back again. I can go here if you want, but I think it would be fairer on you to give you the full private reading, just because would be longer, and I know it's your daughter that you want to connect with, but if you want me to keep going here, you can say, and I will keep going here. What I'm also being shown is that, like, you're starting nearly wishing upon the stars that, you know, she was back again, and yeah, you miss her so much. You know, you're starting. The only way I can see, you know, it's up to you, Sarah, darling. I don't mind. I don't mind doing the private reading for you, or here, whatever way you want it done. But it's showing me, you know, you're standing heartbroken, wishing. Do you know the wee what's the wee rhyme? It's wish I may, wish I might, something. I can't remember the rest of it. It's like a wee rhyme that you would have said when you were a child, about, you know, about the stars, you know, making a wish upon the stars or something. I can't remember the wee can't remember it all. I would have to look it up. It's something like wish upon a star tonight. Yeah, that's what she's showing me. Wish upon a star tonight. Yeah, that's it. I wish I may, I wish I might. The first star I see tonight. What she's telling me is, you know, whenever you are looking at the stars and you see the brightest star, that, you know, you wish you may, you miss you might, you know, she is, that you love her to the moon and back. Yeah, she's just making reference to the fact, you know, that she's the brightest star in the sky, and that if you look for her, you'll see her. But she's bringing that I wish I may, I wish I might, the first star I see tonight. And the card, if you can see, is the girls staring at the moon. So that totally makes sense, you know, that she said to your grandson that she loves him to the moon in the back. And the last card that come in is the card called Moon Energy. And it's just a bit of peace and reassurance, really. You know, that she's still here. Her energy and her aura and shining in him every night. Yeah, you know, you can see the shine and the aura of the card here, and it's the moon energy. And I totally feel that her energy is still around you. And you can feel her energy around you, because I feel like her energy is quite strong. It's the kind of energy that even when she passed over, you would have still felt the energy in the room. You know, I feel like even when the life was out of her body, what's the best way to put that you could understand? Even though, you know, her spirit had gone, it still felt like her spirit was in the room with you. And that continues to be that. I feel like you feel, or you find, her spirit is always round you. She's so strong. I haven't felt her since she passed. Sarah, she's telling me different, honey, and I don't like to argue with you whenever it's a loved one who's crossed over, but she's telling me different. She says you have felt her, that she's been there. Have you had to, like, straighten a bed recently, or it's okay, good, I questions, but it's like subtle things. It's like she's showing me, like, maybe you've had to, like, straighten up you've made the bed and you've fixed it, and you've come back and you've had to like and you've thought to yourself, I made that, and there's been something just out of place. Or she showed me like pillows on a bed, and the bed's made, and like you've made the bed and the pillows, and then you've come back in and like the pillows or something, and you've been looking at it going, I thought I made that. Or does that make sense, Sarah? Something like subtle wee things like that. She's shown me, Sarah. Your bed, yeah. She's definitely shown me I can see the bed, and I can see you know, the pillows, and then there's like cushions on and she says you like make this every day and you fix the cushions and whatever, and then she's saying you've gone out and come back in and the cushions and stuff aren't the way they should be, and she says it's her letting you know that she's there. She hasn't figured out how to manifest herself yet, or how to do big things to let you know she's there. So what she's doing is very subtle at the minute, but I feel like that will build up to where you'll notice bigger things happening. But at the minute she's doing what she can to let you know that she's still there. But definitely keep an eye on the pillows on the bed, because she's making a big deal of it's my bed, I've got something of hers on my bed. She's making me feel that the bed is a big issue, if you know what I mean. She's making me want to look at the bed every time it's been made up. So just keep an eye on whatever's on the bed, because I feel like she's moving it, or it's been moved, or after you've fixed it or whatever. I feel like she loved her life, you know. She loved life, and she lived her life with a passion whenever she was alive. You know, she was a character, and she lived her life to the full whenever she was alive, I do feel. She doesn't feel like, even though she's died younger, she doesn't feel like her life's been cut short. She feels like she lived her life, if you know what I mean. She doesn't have any regrets. Yeah, she's saying she has no regrets. She lived her life. I'm asking her if she's wanting me to give me anything to give back to you, and she's going back to the pink carnations. Usually whenever I ask for a sign of love, Sarah, they normally give me red roses, but she's wanting to give me the pink carnations back to you. So the pink flowers are definitely a big symbol for her, and whatever it is you're making with the pink flowers, she's really happy about that, so she is. So with that, Sarah, I will leave her love with you. I'll still do your private reading tomorrow night, so don't worry about that. But for the meantime, she wants to leave that with you, the pink carnations. You've just told her yourself she can totally hear, see, and she knows what's going on around you. She doesn't need me to tell you you're missing love her. She can see that for herself, so she can. And she's trying her very hardest to let you know that she's still with you. So keep an eye on the bed. She is moving the stuff to let you know that she's there. So she is, totally. You're very welcome, Sarah. No problem whatsoever. So if you haven't already left a review on the page, if you can go onto the main page, there's a section, reviews, up at the top. And if you can leave a review in there, that would be wonderful. Yeah, I can't promise, though, that it'll be her it'll come through tomorrow night. You might get somebody completely different. Hopefully it is her it comes through again, but I can't promise that 100%. It could be somebody else. I'm going to take a drink first, but I think Linda's next up if she's still here. My mouth's still dry from earlier on. Is Linda still in the house? Sorry, I need to move around a little bit because my knees are sore. Yeah, Linda's there. Okay, Linda. What have we got for on? Do you want deck 1 or deck 2, Linda? Deck 1. Deck 2. Baby is doing fantastic, Tracy. I was out today. I'm out nearly every day, but I was out today he's doing fantastic. His wee cord came off last night, so he's doing really, really well, and he's up past his birth weight again, so nobody wants the truth cards tonight. We're all scared of these truth cards. Right, let's see what we've got for Linda. Linda. Yeah, he's a wee dope. He really is. He's so tiny. You just want to eat him. I'm trying not, you know, the way it's her first baby, and you're trying not to give advice and try not to hug him too much, but when I go in, I just want to hold him and cuddle him. And I don't think those are for you, so I'm not going, because those are the same ones that came out before. So it might be that I might have to change decks here, Linda, because the cards aren't coming out of this one for some reason. No, it looks like you're getting deck 2 after all, Linda. The deck's not playing ball with me, so I'm going to have to change. It doesn't mean that there's anything wrong, it just means that the message they hold aren't for you. It just means that you need the message. Their cards have come out straight away out of this one for you. So I feel like these are what's meant for you. You've got 2 cards out straight away. Have you got another one? Can we have another one? Come on, it's easier to read with 3 than 2. You have to excuse me, I have to talk to these cards sometimes, you know, to get them to... Oh, Linda. You've got a bit of a mess going on at the minute, honey. I feel... I feel there's a bit of a standoff at the minute between a male and a female, Linda. Does that make sense to you? Yeah. There's a bit of a standoff, and the male's nearly being cocky, I want to say. He's standing looking at the female going, you know, it's my way or the highway, and she's sort of standing looking at him. But what the other cards have shown me is that everything seems at the minute as if it's in disarray, I want to say. And the female, I'm not getting it, picking up, but I'm assuming it's you, but they're not kind of directing me exactly that it's you, so it could be somebody around you. But I feel that the females nearly feels as if she's a ghost in her own life, if you know what I mean. She's looking at her own life thinking, how have I let this become such a carnage? You know, I'm looking at this life thinking, what the hell have I been doing? You know, and I do feel as well, Linda, that it's you. Okay. This is very personal, Linda, so if you want me to stop at any point, just tell me to stop, because what I'm getting here is quite personal. I'm seeing the standoff between the male and the female. The male is being, for want of a better word, a proper dickhead, and I'm sorry for using that word, but I can't think of another one other than he's being a proper dickhead. And he's making you feel like your life, you know, you've been living this life and it's not, what have you got out of it? It's not worth living. You know, you're looking at the carnage that your life is and thinking that you deserve better than this. And this is the bit that I'm feeling that, if you want me to stop, please say stop, is that I do feel that there is another male who's going to come into this situation. If he's not already there, I do feel like there's another male that's going to come into this situation. Does this make sense to you, Linda? Your husband is the man who you're having the standoff with, yeah. That's totally true. Your husband, I feel like things with your husband at the minute are not good. Yeah, I feel like it's not good at all. The whole situation with your husband, just looking at these cards, is total carnage. There's no other word for it, and you're living a ghost of a life. You're not living your full potential. You know, you're living a life of looking at everybody else's lives and wishing that you were anywhere but where you are. And I do see another male coming into this situation, as if he's coming in to save the day nearly and take you away to his castle. I'll show you the card. He's literally coming in to fight for you, and there's a castle in the background. And I feel like this other male is like going to stake his territory if the husband doesn't buck up his ideas, because you're standing looking at him thinking to yourself, you know, he's standing there giving it the big I am, and yeah, he's standing there giving it the big I am and looking at you, and you're looking at him going, you know, if only you knew what's going on in my head, you know, you wouldn't be getting on the way you are, because at any stage of the proceedings, I feel like you could be gone very shortly. And I say, if this is getting too personal, please say stop, because these cards that I call my truth cards, they do dig deep, so they do. But like this male on the side is, if he's not already involved in your life, he's about to be, because he's waiting patiently to step in, and yeah, he's waiting on the side 100% to step in here and save the day nearly. So he is, and it's okay to go on. This is my personal feeling on what I'm looking at here, is that if it was me, I really would be telling the husband to do one. And it's not very often I would say that, because it's not my, you know, I'm only here to give advice, and what you do after that's up to yourself. But what I'm seeing in these cards is you haven't got a life. You know, what is you need to look at what you're doing and look at it and go, why am I still here? What have I got that's keeping me here? You know, I could have this away up here with this other man, because I feel like this other man, I feel like you know who I'm talking about. And I feel like this other man could give you the world, and you're still stuck down in the dregs of the earth with the husband. My question to you, Linda, has to be why. You need to look at this and go, why? And I think it's very much food for thought that I need to leave with you for this. Yeah, you know him. Again, I can only give advice. I can't tell you what to do. I never ever want to be responsible for breaking up relationships and things like that there. But if it was me, I'd be telling them to lose. What you've got at the minute is total carnage is what I'm being shown. So make sure. Sorry, did that go? Did you lose me there? Don't know what that was. Is everybody back? Is everybody back again? Had a complete glitch there in the system for some reason. Is everybody back with me? Can you hit a thumbs up or a heart to let me know that you're back with me, because that my screen completely froze there. Have I froze with everybody? Can you hit the thumbs or hearts or something to let me know that you can hear me?